Good morning, friends. This is Krishna. So far, we have learnt around 1700 words. These are really important words which have come in various government exams over the past few years, right, in various forms. Let us learn few more. Let us try to complete another 100 more in this session. Let's quickly start. Fickle. Fickle is something which changes very frequently, which is not constant. The weather is very fickle. That means sometimes it rains, sometimes it is very sunny, etc. That is fickle, which changes a lot. It is a fickle business. That means it is unpredictable. Sometimes the sales will happen, sometimes they will not be happen. Okay. He is a fickle person. Means he cannot be trusted. He is disloyal. He is inconstant. He is changeable. You cannot trust him. He is very chanchal. Right? That is fickle. Constant. Definitely it is not fickle. Constant is something that doesn't change. It is very sthira. Right? Unchanging, faithful. It can be antonym of fickle. Okay. Nervous. Nervous is someone who gets upset very easily upset or timid or anxiousness. Ghabrana, that is nervousness. Before the interview, we feel nervous, right? But during exams, we feel nervous. That means we get upset, we get anxious. I was too nervous to say anything. Students are very nervous about their future because the economic condition is not good. They are worried whether they will get jobs or not. They are nervous. Changeable. Changeable means which is not constant, which changes a lot. This is definitely a synonym. Let's look at others. Poor. Poor is without money. Garib. Garibi. That is poor. Congregation. Congregation is gathering of people. Generally, it is for worshipping. Congregation during Kumbh Mela or congregation for Brahmotsams, etc. Congregation to sing or Tyagarajotsava, etc. That is congregation. That is gathering of people, number of people. Combination. Combination is combining two things or joining two things. That is combination. We all know, right, what is combination. Meeting. You do a meeting means you meet the person. Meeting means meeting meeting together, coming together. That is meeting. Meeting and assembly. These are closely similar to congregation. In both of these, if given a choice, you have to pick assembly. Assembly is bigger, right? Legislative assembly, federal assembly, local assembly. This is definitely a group of people. But meeting need not be very big also. It is not gathering. Meeting is meeting with two person. I am meeting my friend. That is only two people. Two people are meeting. Collection. Collection is not necessarily collection about collection of people. It could be collection of objects also. Collection of things. Money collected, etc. So it is not congregation. Collection of people or assembly of people is congregation. So congregation, assembly is the right synonym. Hassle. Hassle means trouble. Don't hassle me. Don't trouble me. It's a big hassle to travel with lot of luggage. Email is less hassle than phone. Means phone we have to answer. Email is you don't need to face the person, right? Email might be less hassle than phone. Some people might believe that. Legal hassles, legal troubles. Greed. Greed means lot of desire. Greed is not good. His actions are motivated by greed. He is so greedy it is very difficult to satisfy him. Jealousy. Jealousy is stating jealousy, having jealousy, right? That jealous feeling. Jealous feeling is jealousy. Gossip. Gossip is freely talking, unconstrained talking. Gap karna hai. That is gossip. Wrangle. Wrangle is noisy argument or dispute. Wrangle means noisy argument. Legal wrangle between the company and the suppliers. Bitter wrangle with his wife. Wrangle. Wrangle is argument or dispute. Hassle. Hassle is problem or argument. So wrangle is close to hassle. Okay. Engage in a wrangle. Wrangle is ladai. Rotund. Rotund means full round, goal. Very plump. Very very plump. Very round figure. Very plumpy figure. Rotund figure of Mr. Srivatsa. Means he is very plump. He is very round. Flat. Flat is not related to rotund. Fat, yes. Fat is related to rotund. Fat person or goal person. Mota, round. Right? Foolish. Foolish is not related to rotund. Not related to fatness. Foolish is not having good judgment. Foolish person. Weak. Weak is also not related. Weak is not having enough strength. Delirious. Delirious means wildly excited. Full of bhrant. Delirious. Affected with delirium. Too much excitement. Delirious with joy. Euphoric. Euphoric is very happy. Happy is also very happy. Happiness, euphoric, both are similar. Insane. Insane is extremely foolish. Insane, not sane, not having common sense. That is insanity. Amused. Amused, that amused is also kind of happiness. Just thinking something is funny. When you think something is funny, generally you see parents getting amused with their children, with their little kids. That is something is funny because they are doing some interesting things and parents amuse themselves. Okay. So delirious. It is very close to euphoric and happy. Okay. Extravaganza. Extravaganza is something very spectacular. Spectacular, theatrical, uh, something very spectacular. That is extravaganza. Musical extravaganza. 5 days extravaganza of art, music and dance, etc. Profligacy. Profligacy is using too much money. In fact, using money or resources in a very careless way. Careless way. Spectacular. Spectacular is something striking, something very impressive, something very lavish. Spectacular movie, spectacular scenery, spectacular goal, spectacular six, etc. Clairvoyance. Clairvoyance. We had discussed this earlier. Extrasensory perception, ESPs. Clairvoyance is looking into the future, clearly seeing into the future, communicating with people who are dead, that kind of thing. There is no physical evidence, but it is extrasensory perception, like sixth sense. Clairvoyance is kind of that thing. Disaster. Disaster is an unexpected event. Generally, it is a very bad event. Disaster. So, extravaganza is closely related to spectacular. Detect. Detect means discover. Who is a detective? He discovers. He solves a crime. That is detection. Detection. Lie detection. Okay. Tect. It is coming from Latin. Tect is cover. Detect is removing that cover and seeing what exactly is there. That is detect. Discover is dis plus cover. D plus tect. This is cover. We are removing the cover. That is discover. Removing this is used for negative words, right? Dis plus cover. Removing the cover. That is discover. So finding out what exactly is it. Is it? That is discovering. Discovery of gravitational force. Discovery and invention. You both know, right? Discovery is finding something which is already there. For example, discovery of gravitation. Invent is creating something new which was not there. Vent is find. Invent is finding something that is true. Discover is finding something that is already there. You just remove the cover and you find it. That is discover. Discovery of gravitation, you say. Invention of TV or radio. Invention of TV. Right? TV was not there, it was invented. Discovery of magnetic forces. Magnetic forces are already there. Gravitational forces are already there. They are just discovered. Okay? Detect is equal to discover. Determine. Determine is to find the exact value. To decide what exactly it says. Terminus. Terminus is boundary. Determine actually determines what exactly is the boundary, right? You remember that. Term. Determining involves term. Term is the end. Determine to find what exactly is the boundary. To define what are the limits. To define what exactly to determine, you need to know everything, right? To determine what exactly is to that means to knowing in and out, knowing the boundaries of the thing. That is determining. Fix. Fix is to make something fixed, to make something very stable. So detect is equal to discover. Fix we all know, that's why I'm skipping. Then countervail. Countervail means counterbalance. That is giving some opposition and giving some balance. That is countervail. Recreate. Recreate is which was something which was there that has gone exist. Then you recreate the same thing. To make something that existed in the past, to you recreate that. That is recreate. The movie recreated our independence struggles, our struggles for independence. That means that struggles were there. It is recreating that. It is trying to showcase that. Demolish. Demolish a building means destroying the building. Dhvans karna hai. Equalize. Equalize. Equalize to make something equal. Equalize the goals. That means or equalize the scores. The scores were made equal. That is equalizing. Countervail. You see this term vail. Vail means value. Vail value from Latin. Countervail, making the value equal. Countering the vail. Countering the value. So there was some value on the balance. You balance this in the other side of the balance also. You put the same value. That is countervail. That is counterbalance, which means you are equalizing the value. So equalize is the correct word. Contradict. Contradict is deny a statement. You don't agree with that, right? That is contradict. The husband contradicted everything, whatever the wife said. Okay? Don't contradict yourself. Politicians, you see, a lot of politicians contradict themselves. And once in one meeting they say something, in another meeting they say the exact opposite thing of that. That is contradiction. Dict. You know, dict is speech. Contra is opposite. Contra plus dict. A speech which is opposite of the earlier speech. That is contradict. Okay, you'll remember this, right? Dict is whatever you had said. Contra is opposite. Contradict. Languor. Languor means lack of energy. Okay, idleness. Excitement. This is definitely not languor. Full of excitement. Uttes. Irrigation. Irrigation is cultivation. Supplying water, right? Supplying water to cultivate crops. Idleness. Yes, languor is related to idleness. Laziness. Agitation. Agitation is something feeling nervous, acting nervous. Agitation. Group of people acting in a nervous way. They are creating a public protest. That is agitation. Okay. Next, fiddle. Fiddle is actually a violin. Fiddle is a violin. Is that instrument? Fiddling. Fiddling is adjusting, tinkering, tampering, etc. Fiddling with keys. Fiddling with accounts. Likewise. Examine. Examine we all know. Inquiring into the things. Nature of or condition of thing. That is examining. Fiddle is not related to examine. Triple. Triple is consisting of three things, three times, threefold, etc. That is triple. Discard. Dis plus card. Card we had discussed is heart. It is dis. This is negative. Negative of heart. Cordial means it is peaceful, very friendly. Discord means the hearts are not together. That is disagreement. Discord is disagreement. Frown. Frown is slightly raising that your eyebrows. Wrinkle your eyebrows. Generally in displeasure. You are not liking it, that's why you are frowning your eyes. Why are you frowning at me? She frowned with concentration, etc. Act of frowning. Look, that is looking with displeasure. So in this case, fiddle is not related to any of these words. There must be a printing mistake. Otherwise, instead of triple, if there is a triple, triffle, that can become triffle. Triffling is fiddling with things. Triffle. That can be a synonym. Benefactor. Benefactor is the one who donates money for some good cause, but he who gives charity. That person is a benefactor. Kind benefactor has given the funds to run the school. Guardian. Guardian is someone who is protector. Generally, you will see, right? Either you require the sign of the father or the guardian. The police are the guardians of law and order. Law and order. It means they are the protectors. They are the keepers. Saint. Saint is someone who is very holy. He is a holy person. He is a rishi. He is a saint. Right? Like Vishwamitra, Vasishtha, Vyasa. These are all saintly people. Supporter. Supporter is kind of benefactor. He supports an idea in by means of money or by means of some other way. Right? That fellow is a supporter. Benefactor is definitely a supporter. Friend. Friend, we all know who is a friend. Friend is a dost. Friend need not be a benefactor. His benefactor is someone who is donating or giving help in some way. Your friend can also be a benefactor, but there is a better word here. Supporter. Amicable. Amicus. We have discussed it. Ami. Am. Am means love. Amar. Amor. Amar is the Latin god for love. Is Cupid. Right. So that's why am is love. Amicable. There is love. Means it is friendship. Amicable relationship. Means it's a friendly relationship. There is love in the relationship. Interesting. Interesting. It is something which is curious, which holds attention. Right. That is an interesting movie. This is an interesting question, etc. Loving. Full of love. Full of affection. Loving and affection are also similar. Right. Amicable is friendly. Love and affection, affectionate. It is also love or similar. Amicable is actually closely related to loving, affectionate, and friendly. But given a choice, you have to pick friendly. Okay, amicus is a friend. Enthuse. Enthuse is to make someone enthusiastic. Utsah karna. That is enthuse. Pester. Pester is to trouble or annoy. Don't pester me. Means don't trouble me. Provoke. Provoke means inciting someone, provoking someone to do something. That is provoking. Provoked protest. The announcement by the government provoked protest. Government would have announced some reservation to one sort of the set, then that would have provoked protest from the other set. Provoke discussions. Provoke allergies, etc. Be careful with him. He is easily provoked. That means he is easily irritated. He can become furious very easily. That is provoke. Excite. Excite is to rouse the emotion. Enthuse is related to excite, right? Annoy. Pester and annoy are related. Annoy is irritate. Okay. Enthuse is related to excite. Grubby. Grubby is dirty. Wet. which means it is moist, muddy. Muddy is full of mud. New has nothing related to grubby. Unwashed. Unwashed means it is not washed, it is not clean. Grubby. Grubby is also dirty. So unwashed is actually related to grubby, not clean. Aromatic. Aroma. What is aroma? Aroma is pleasant smell, good smell, very fragrant smell. Kushbu. That is aroma. Stinking is the opposite. That stings. A dead body stings. A corpse stings. That means the smell is bad. That is stinking. Filthy stinking room. Okay, stinking water. That means the water is smelling bad. Abstruse. Abstruse we discussed earlier. It is difficult to understand. Fragrant is good smell. Good smelling. Aromatic liquid or aromatic powder, etc. Cripple. Cripple is a disabled person. Is a lame person. Apanga. Is not able to. He cannot walk. That is cripple. Cripple is used not just literally, figuratively also. Industries crippled. Crippled. Sorry, industries crippled by the policies. Means industry is not able to run now. Whatever policies that the government has come up. Ambit. Ambit means it is the boundary. What exactly is the bound? What exactly is the scope? Okay, this is the ambit. That means this is the sema. This is the boundary. Evict. Evict is to make someone leave the place. No, okay, to make someone leave the place, evicting from the home, evicting from the land. Okay, scope. Scope is the range. Scope is the boundary. What is the range? What is the opportunity? What is the extent? That is scope. Scope and ambit are that way related. Ambit also means scope. You can see, right? Ambit is scope. Restriction. Restriction is something that puts restriction. A rule that limits from things, limits you from doing things. That is restriction. Barrier. Barrier is some kind of fence. That bars. Bar. What is a bar? Bar is some obstacle. What is bar? You have to overcome barriers. That means you have to overcome obstacles. Enthusiastic, full of enthusiasm, right? Full of utsaha. Angry, no, it is not. Excited, yes. Excitement is with enthusiasm. Noisy, full of noise. Violent has nothing to do with enthusiasm. It's using a lot of words. Himsa, violence is himsa. Quell, quell means to suppress. That is to quell. Police are called to quell the disturbances. Means police are called to suppress the depression, to suppress the disturbances. There is a rebellion happening, that is, then police are called. Okay, to quell your fears. That means to suppress your fears. Postpone, doing on another day. That is postponement, right? Arrange an event on another day. Avoid. Avoid is to keep away. No. Complaint. Complaint is about complaining. Complaining of shikayat karna. That is complaint. Suppress. Yes. Forcibly suppress. Forcibly to put an end. Quell is that. Okay. Ominous. Ominous is threatening. Omen. Omen. Omen means omen is a sign of what is going to happen. It's a good omen or bad omen, etc. Good omens, bad omens. Okay. So evil omen is ominous. Ominous means it's a bad omen. Amangal. Amangal karak. That is omen. Ominous. Ominous silence. That means the feeling is something bad might be happening. Poisonous. Poisonous is something it can create, it can cause death if taken. Zahar. That is poison. Foregone. Foregone means easily predictable result. Foregone conclusion. Generally used for foregone conclusion. The result of the game was a foregone conclusion. That means the result of the game can be easily predictable. It probably is a one-side game. Foreboding. Foreboding means expectation of some trouble. That is foreboding. They're expecting some trouble. So you are predicting some trouble. Ominous also some evil woman. Here also you are predicting something bad. Foreboding also you are predicting something bad. Okay. So foreboding is ominous. Bad. Bad means unpleasant. It is kharab, you know this. Misfortune. Misfortune is some bad luck. Misfortunes happen in life. But you should always stay strong. That means bad luck, bad incidents happen in life. You should stay strong. Misery. Misery is constantly depressed uh, kind of state. Very cust wala state. Okay. Constant feeling of condition or feeling of wretchedness. Okay. Constantly depression. Full of depression. That is misery. Poverty. Poverty is lack of wealth, being poor. Adversity. Adversity is equal to misfortune. This is also difficulty or unpleasant situation. Sadness. So all these words, misfortune can lead to misery, or poverty. Poverty can lead to misfortune. Poverty can be a result of misfortune. Uh, Bad luck can lead someone to poverty. Bad luck can lead someone to sadness. But bad luck is misfortune and bad luck is adversity. Adversity also is kind of bad luck. In these four words, adversity is the closest of misfortune. Indomitable. Indomitable means you cannot dominate. Adamya. Dominator means taming. Okay, dominance. You cannot dominate. Indomitable. You cannot dominate. In is opposite of domitable. Unconquerable. Okay, inactive is not active. It is not the word. Authoritative. Authoritative is someone who is having authority. Abominable. Abominable. That means very unpleasant. Okay, you don't like to speak with that person. Unconquerable. Yes, this is the correct word. You cannot conquer. Lug. Lug means drag or carry with effort. Pulling it hard. Drag. Okay, drag is a synonym here. Let's look at others. Denounce. Denounce means accusing publicly. Arop lagana hai. That is denounce. Opposition publicly denounced the government's handling of the crisis. That means opposition is publicly accusing. The project was denounced as a scandalous waste of public money. Okay, the project might be to build a big statue of the ruling government. Okay, so obviously opposition will denounce that. Opposition will say it is just wastage of money. Okay, that is denouncing, publicly accusing. Declare. Declare something. It is announce openly. Announcing something, right? And degrade. Degrade is to humiliate, to dishonor someone, degrade someone. The the advertisement degrades women. That means it is insulting to women. Lot of times you see, right? That is degrading, to dishonor, to reduce to a lower position. That is degradation. Levitate, level, lever, elevate. We all discussed. Elevate means level. Level is light. Lever. What does the lever do? To make something feel light. Okay, levitate. Levitate is to see to make it seem as if it is floating in the air. Levitation. This is used by magicians, right? As if they are floating in the air. that is levitation. Levitate is that. Float. Actually, this is similar. Let's look at the other ones. Okay. Dance. No, it is not. Waver. Waver is not. Harass is not. Okay. Float is definitely a synonym. Let's look at the other words. Dance, you all know. Waver. Wavering of uh, agricultural loans. What does that mean? That means they are removing the loans. Okay. Waiving of a legal right. In general, it is used in law. That is aditya. That is waiver. Wavering of interest on crop loans or crop loans, etc. Harass. Harass is troubling someone, harassing someone, annoying someone. Don't harass me. Rancor. Rancor is complete bitterness. Complete bitterness. Complete hatred. That is rancor. Complete hatred. Okay. Inveterate bitterness. Malignant hate. Full of hatred. That is rancor. Prejudice. Prejudice is a previously conceived opinion. The opinion was already there. Okay. That is prejudice. A victim of racial prejudice. What happens here? The people believe all the black people are bad people. That is a prejudice. Prejudice. And this person is a black person, and that's why they punished him. Just because he is black, not because if he has done something wrong. He is a victim of racial prejudice. The decision was based on ignorance and prejudice. Means they have assumed something before. They did not use a rational mind. They have preconceived opinions, and they went by that opinion. There were there was often prejudice against people with disabilities. Okay. Enmity. Enmity is state of being an enemy. Enemy. We had discussed this earlier also in one of our regular lessons. Enemy. Enemy is coming from emi. In plus emi. Enemy. In is opposite. Emi is friendliness. Amicable. Amiable. Amor. Right? It has come from emi. Emi is love. In emi is no love. That is enemy. Disappointed. Disappointed is something nirasha. They're not feeling happy. That is disappointment. Hatred. Hatred is extreme dislike. Okay. Rancor. In this case, rancor is extreme dislike. Hatred is the closest word. Okay. Full of hatred. Enmity. If hatred was not there, enmity might be there, but enmity can refer to other meanings also. Shatrutva. It need not be completely fully bitter or full of hatred. Okay. Enmity need not be full of hatred, hatredness, right? But rancor means full of hatred. Cool, guys. We have covered another 120 words, I think. So we have reached 1860 words. I think we'll slowly cross. We'll very shortly we'll cross 2000 words, right? In the next probably 1 2 classes, we'll cross 2000 words. Wonderful, guys. Cool. So please keep revising these words. All the best.